The 1970s gave birth to some of motorcycling's greatest innovations. And so today, we're exploring 10 extraordinary machines that were absolute gems of their time. From BMW's game-changing R90S to Honda's six-cylinder Marvel, these bikes didn't just turn heads, they revolutionized motorcycling. While some may be overlooked and forgotten today, each one has an incredible story that deserves to be told. What made these machines so special back then? If you're a motorcycle enthusiast and want to see more videos about legendary bikes like these, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Number 1. BMW R90S. The BMW R90S is an icon of the 1970s. It's not only an amazing motorcycle in appearance, but it also played a role in transforming the public's view of what a BMW motorrad bike could represent. For a long time, BMW's motorcycles were frequently viewed as uninspiring and lackluster. But in the early 1970s, BMW enlisted renowned designer Hans Muth to help energize BMW's motorcycle lineup. Thus, the outcome was the R90S. The brand new R90S represented a refreshing change for BMW. It was not just a sports-oriented motorcycle, it was also the first production bike to include a fairing as standard equipment. Although it's not a complete fairing, the sophisticated aerodynamics of that front fairing contributed to the R90S reaching amazing speeds. Overall, this 898cc air-cooled four-stroke boxer could generate a robust 67 horsepower, achieve a maximum speed of 124 miles per hour, cover a quarter mile in 13.5 seconds, and look fantastic while doing so. It delivered impressive performance and triumphed at Daytona in '76. The R90S showed what two cylinders could do in the right hands. But Honda was about to answer a question no one had thought to ask. What happens when you add not one, not two, but four more cylinders to a motorcycle? Number 2. Honda CBX1000. The Honda CBX is yet another iconic motorcycle from the 70s. It made its debut at the close of the decade in 1978 and had a brief existence until 1982, yet it made a significant impact before fading away. The primary reason? Indeed, that would be the engine. Fueled by a massive 1047cc inline-six engine, the Honda CBX is certainly magnificent. With that many cylinders, the Honda CBX was an impressive engine. It generated an astounding 105 horsepower, completed the quarter mile in 11.36 seconds, and could reach speeds of approximately 11 miles per hour. It was so impressive that even the marshals at the Isle of Man TT rode them in 1979 and 1980. Although the CBX was an impressive engineering feat, a striking eye-catcher, and arguably one of the coolest Hondas ever produced, it wasn't Honda's top seller of that time. It was also considered Honda's top model and praised by the media, but it was outperformed in sales by the CB900F. Both motorcycles are excellent, but just one features 6 cylinders. If you had to pick, which would you select? Number 3. Harley-Davidson XR750. For numerous riders, 70s motorcycles can't be more iconic than the famous Harley-Davidson XR750. If you could condense 10 years into a two-wheeled vehicle, it would undoubtedly be the XR750. This motorcycle is crafted and engineered for dirt track racing, created specifically to challenge foreign makers aiming to overtake HD on the track. With its sporty design, aggressive riding position, and driven by a robust air-cooled 748cc V-twin engine generating 82 horsepower, the XR750 represented a completely new type of racing machine capable of reaching speeds of 115 miles per hour and excelling on racetracks. A roster of renowned riders attributes their success to the Harley-Davidson XR750, such as Jay Springsteen, Mark Brailsford, Cal Rayborn, and an individual you may recognize named Evel Knievel. It could leap over buses. It could glide around turns. It performed outstandingly, and above all, it could triumph. Indeed, it secured 29 of the 37 AMA Grand National Championships from 1972 to 2008. establishing itself as one of the most successful racing machines ever created. Pretty good for a business that produces low-rider cruisers with high handlebars, right? Number 4. Kawasaki Z1000. The Z1000, also referred to as the KZ1000 in some regions, stands out as one of the finest motorcycles of the 1970s. It was among the finest motorcycles ever created. Often mistaken for the Z1, the Z1000 was developed amid the competition between Honda and Kawasaki for dominance in the sport bike arena during the 1970s. Although Kawasaki developed the Z1300, featuring 6 cylinders to compete with Honda's CBX, the Z1000 is arguably the superior of the two motorcycles. It wasn't quicker, but back then the Z1000 was the motorcycle to own. Its 1015cc air-cooled 4-cylinder engine was a powerhouse. It generated as much as 90 horsepower and could drive the Z1000 to speeds near 132 miles per hour, establishing it as one of the most potent and swift production motorcycles of its time. Quick on the streets, it excelled on the track as well, with renowned racing figures such as Wayne Gardner and Freddie Spencer securing wins aboard the Z1000. And naturally, we shouldn't overlook that it also became the preferred weapon for numerous police forces. Indeed, it was not only quick and strong, but it also had a stunning appearance, even as a cafe racer. The Z1000 ruled the streets with its raw power. But away from the pavement, another bike was changing how people thought about riding altogether. This one kicked up dirt instead of burning rubber. Number 5. Yamaha YZ250. The YZ250 is a remarkable machine, being among the earliest true dirt bikes. Certainly, traditionalists may argue that the DT1 was more influential, but the DT1 launched in the 60s rather than the 70s, and in addition, the DT1 is a lesser bike when compared to the YZ. Driven by a 250cc two-stroke engine with air cooling, it provided significant power while also delivering exceptional handling. Soon after the YZ was first launched, it received an update featuring a cutting-edge monoshock as well. Best of luck searching for an original 1974 model to add to your collection. They are rather uncommon, and when they appear, they fetch a high price. Number 6. Yamaha RD350. As Honda and Yamaha competed for dominance in the large-capacity 4-stroke sport bike market, Yamaha focused on developing smaller 2-stroke models and seemingly enjoyed double the fun. Inquire of anyone who was present back then about the must-have bike, and you can be sure the RD350 will come up. It provided excellent performance, handling, and genuine riding enjoyment, all at a very reasonable price. Referred to as the Giant Killer by various prominent motorcycle journalists, the RD350 was known to give 750cc or 1000cc 4-stroke owners restless nights, as they pondered how their costly and more robust engines were routinely outpaced by small RD350s on the winding roads. And that's not an overstatement. Fitted with a compact yet powerful 347cc parallel twin 2-stroke engine, the RD350 generated 39 horsepower and reached around 105 miles per hour at its maximum speed. That's quite remarkable, but the key to the RD350's success was its maneuverability. Due to its smaller size, it was exceptionally agile and renowned for its quick and lightweight handling, which ultimately provided it an advantage over bigger machines. However, the most significant point is that it was affordable compared to other sports bikes of that time, like the Ducati 750 SS. This indicated that nearly anyone with a wish to speed could experience authentic racing. The RD350 proved that small bikes could punch above their weight. Yet, while everyone was watching these nimble 2-strokes dance around corners, Suzuki cooked up something completely different in their workshop. Number 7. Suzuki GS750. The Suzuki GS750 marked Suzuki's initial true 4-stroke motorcycle. Actually, that's not entirely accurate. House Hamamatsu had dabbled with 4-stroke engines in the 1950s, but only with small-capacity models and without much genuine enthusiasm. Rather, Suzuki was predominantly a 2-stroke manufacturer. That is, naturally, until large 4-strokes became the desired option. In 1976, Suzuki shifted its focus with the introduction of the 1977 GS750 model and the related GS400 twin. When it comes to innovation, the GS750 was quite limited. Rather, it adopted and improved many concepts found in the Kawasaki Z series and elements from the Honda CB series. For instance, it centered on a common 750cc inline-4 engine, making it hardly unique in that regard. Nonetheless, it included what numerous individuals would describe as exceptional handling, owing to its double cradle frame design. Number 8. Kawasaki H2 Mach 4 750. Kawasaki's H-series models are legendary, and they set the foundation for the contemporary H2 and H2R models that we admire today. But in the late 60s and early 70s, the H1 was the most tabbed motorcycle. That is, until the incredibly powerful H2 Mach 4 750 arrived in 1972. Equipped with a highly robust 748cc 3-cylinder 2-stroke engine capable of producing as much as 74 horsepower and 57 pound-feet of maximum torque, the H2 was serious about performance. It could reach a maximum speed of 120 miles per hour and also complete a quarter mile in only 12 seconds. It was quick, especially when it remained unrestrained in its original state. As you can guess, it didn't take much time for individuals to begin adjusting and extracting additional power from it. The H2 Mach 4 750's engine and power specifications were undoubtedly remarkable, yet it wasn't entirely positive. The previous H1 was designed for precise dashes in linear forms and had a reputation for poor handling as a consequence. The H2 is no improvement, even with Kawasaki introducing a new steering damper as standard, yet that failed to stop speed wobbles and strange handling. Yet, in skilled hands and appropriate conditions, the H2 Mach 4 proved to be a deadly weapon. Number 9. Honda GL1000 Gold Wing. The Gold Wing is undoubtedly one of the most famous and identifiable motorcycles on the road now. But Big Red's touring giant began its existence in a much different form than the one we appreciate today. When the original Gold Wing, the GL1000, debuted in 1974, it earned the title King of Kings and was designed to provide Honda's American enthusiasts a more touring-oriented experience than the CB750 could deliver. Centered on a shaft-driven 999cc liquid-cooled horizontally opposed flat-4 engine generating 80 horsepower and 63 pound-feet of peak torque, the Goldwing could achieve a top speed of roughly 125 miles per hour, offering a sporty character while being designed for comfortable long-distance travel. And it played a role in changing the touring scene into what we observe now. Number 10. Ducati 750 Super Sport. We've experienced Japanese, German, and American bikes so far, so let's conclude with an Italian. Although it might be alluring to jump straight to MV Agusta, the reality is that the 1974 Ducati 750 Super Sport is a much better representation of what a genuine Italian sports bike from the 1970s ought to resemble. It was an authentic race copy, drawing inspiration directly from the victorious vehicle that excelled in the Imola 200 in 1972. Beneath the beautiful surface, the 750 SS featured an impressive 748cc V-twin engine that generated a robust 73 horsepower and could reach maximum speeds of about 125 miles per hour. Equipped with a large Imola race tank, a racing fairing, and a crucial race hump seat, this road bike was more akin to a genuine racing motorcycle than numerous other production bikes featuring racing lineage available then. Just 401 examples of the initial 750 SS were produced, and it remains uncertain how many are still around today. It's a true rarity and arguably one of the most desired Ducatis that exist. Though it may not be the most renowned Ducati to reach production, it is certainly one of the most emblematic motorcycles manufactured by the Bologna factory during the 1970s. If given the opportunity, which of these classics would you like to bring back? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're a motorcycle enthusiast who loves learning about legendary bikes like these, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.